So what would make your Mars photos stand out and look better? To get an amazing Mars photo, I would definitely recommend taking as much integration time as possible, meaning like hundreds of thousands of frames. Mars rotates very slowly compared to planets like Jupiter, so you won't have to worry about like smearing across the planet, especially with rotation. But with seeing, it's going to get bad eventually at some points in the night, likely. So taking more integration time really helps. One issue I've noticed with photographing Mars is edge rend, and wind Jupos can definitely help with this. Because when you derotate the planet, it actually helps with the edges, which also includes edge rend. Now, one thing you got to be careful of when you have especially a smaller telescope is zooming into Mars. I know it's a very small planet, but when you have bad seeing, it's not going to look good if you use a Barlow. So I would definitely recommend, if you are having in bad seeing, like the night you're photographing it, make sure to take that Barlow off or only go to your maximum Barlow capacity for your camera and telescope combination. For example, I have the Celestron C8 and the ZW ASI 178mm. The max Barlow I can use even in good seeing is like a 1.5x, and I never even use a Barlow most of the time. And if you're really concerned about resolution, you can always do it like a drizzle later on in like auto stackers. And of course, you still need to do the primary things such as focus, collimation, and all the other stuff that goes into getting a great planetary image. One thing I definitely would do if you're taking longer sessions of Mars is use auto guiding. Like for example, in fire capture, it's very easy to set up. You just connect your telescope and your camera, and then you could technically, it'll just guide the mount. And that way, even if your pole alignment's a little bit off, it will still like make sure the planet stays in frame while those long sessions are going. Mostly because planets are most of the time really zoomed into the planet, so you'll want to do auto guiding. I would also definitely recommend using something like fire capture because it has a center planet feature. Where you can actually auto align the planet in the middle. It will detect where the planet is automatically, and it'll center it for you. So that way when you're focusing, you don't have to deal with it shaking around and everything. Now, if you do end up getting 100,000 frames, I would definitely not stack them all in one stack because, one, this is going to take forever. Two, I would definitely recommend using WinJupos and taking like sets of 20,000 frames, depending on how long these sets of frames were, how long they were taken. Like for example, if the 20,000 frames were taken in an hour, which is not likely to happen, that's probably too much. So I'd probably, do 10,000 or 5,000. So, but like for each WinJupo stack. But I would definitely recommend splitting these frames into sections and then derotating with WinJupos. That way you can get rid of the edge rend and make your planet photos look a lot better. Oh, and by the way, my name is Asher and I'm running this channel here at Astrophotography Quest. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to stay up with my latest content. Anyways, until next time, clear skies.